Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, baby. Give me a one in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me, please, and thank you. Yeah, we're watching Diddy during better times, better days, y'all. Listen, he ain't gonna see these times again, I don't think. All right, let's get into some things. Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, baby. It's a mindset, it's a vibe, it's a frequency, okay? Yes, I'm Goddess Dawn, the one and only. If you don't know, now you know. And I'm here, I'm back, we live. And we're talking about a few things, actually. Let's see what we're getting into today. Yeah, we're going to talk about Shanquella Robinson, her suit, okay, against those Cabo Six, as well as Diddy's sons pulling up on Ray J after the club, child. And then we also going to talk about Diddy and how he liked to, I guess, measure his freak off attendees, right? And then we're going to get into Tory Lanez and his continued fight against Meg Thee Stallion, really the system at this point, because he's trying to get out after he was sentenced to, what did he get? 6 years, 10 years, 9 years? Now, I was at the trial. If you guys follow the channel, you know that. And some of these things that are coming out are just so incorrect, but all that is getting handled. We're going to talk about that. And also, a little treat. Infamous Sylvia. You guys, if you guys know me from the R. Kelly trials and things, then you guys know Infamous Sylvia as well. And you also know Dennis Byron, right? Well, they got admonished by the judge in the YSL trial courtroom. And that's all over the internet. And it's so embarrassing. It has to be so embarrassing. So we're gonna show that going down. All right. I want to say hi to everybody before we get started. What's going on, Ice Kid? You still here? I'm gonna go ahead and I wanted to mod you, but I'm gonna have to do that after the live. But welcome back, okay? Well, Wayne, welcome back. Thanks for having my back. Queen Keish, welcome, welcome. All the warriors are here. Flawless. Hey, hey. What's going on, Shamina? It's been a minute. Good to see you. It's always good to see people after it's been a minute, so I know you good. Okay. Let's see. Shamina said, I hope they send him back to his country. Okay. Talking about Tory Lanez, because he is not even from here. Okay. He is a Canadian. I can't stand her. I've been following the YSL trial, and she works my nerves. Talking about infamous Sylvia child. Yeah, she is a character. Her and Dennis, honestly, doing the most. And if you haven't been following, you might not know that these two have been at war for quite some time against each other. They have. It's been horrible, but entertaining all at the same time. It's been entertaining, but also very cringeworthy. So let's move on and let's get this thing started. Let's see. I'm going to start off with Shanquella Robinson. And this is a good update, right? Yeah. Good for her lawyers. So the headline reads, Lawyer for family of Shanquella Robinson files lawsuit against travel companions. Notice they don't call them friends. They don't even call them Cabo 6, which is what they're termed, travel companions at this point. And it's reading the lawyer for the mother of Shanquella Robinson has filed a lawsuit in the Charlotte Women's Unaliving. Let me get them off the screen. So Shanquella Robinson's family, through this lawsuit, seeks compensatory and punitive damages to address the profound emotional and financial toll this incident has caused. This is from their attorney, Sue Ann Robinson. Robinson mysteriously was unalive 2 years ago while on vacation. I don't know if mysteriously is proper, but we'll go with that. While on vacation with her 6 travel companions known as the Cabo 6. She passed away the day after arriving at their villa in Cabo San Lucas. And the 6 travel companions with Robinson on the trip said she died of alcohol poisoning, but the authorities said she died of a broken neck. And there was also a video showing a woman beating her. I know you guys remember this. Nobody was charged in the case, but now her mother is suing those other 6 people who returned to the U.S. the day after her death. Yeah. Good for her. The lawsuit alleges multiple counts of wrongful death, battery, negligence, conspiracy, and emotional distress. The lawsuit also filed against the U.S. Department of State and the FBI. Okay, so she's suing the feds and the Department of State. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. It says this lawsuit is not just about seeking justice for Shanquella Robinson. It's about holding accountable those who were entrusted with the duty to investigate, act, and protect the interests of U.S. citizens abroad. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad they clarified because there's a video, but it's from video. The suit said Shanquella Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson, experienced anxiety, depression, and other mental distress after her daughter's passing. The Robinson family is suing for compensatory and punitive damages. Back in April of 2023, federal investigators said there was not enough evidence to prosecute the case, and that's BS. That's BS all day. So I'm really glad that her mother has decided to go this route and not give up on getting justice for her daughter in some type of way, shape, or fashion, because she deserves at least that, right? She definitely didn't deserve what happened to her. I remember just being sick to my stomach seeing how she was brutally beat up. And then with all the cloudiness around her passing, the friends, the lies, the feds not doing anything, Mexico, just kind of shrugging their shoulders. It's all really upsetting, especially being that she is a black woman. We know how they do us, right? Real bad, real bad. So let me come over to the comments. Let's see. Sylvia, what's Sylvia do now? Yeah, we're gonna make him a mod. Good, they deserve it. I hope they sue the hotel too. Oh, right, right. The hotel, good. That's a good thought. Good point, Queen Keish. The Mexican police should be sued. Yep. Can't believe charges were dropped. They know exactly what happened. Yes, they do. Very sad. Very sad. I said police need to be sued. They did no investigation. Yeah, and they're doing that. Alcohol poisoning is a weak excuse for the privilege. Correct. Yeah, you guys are on it. Okay, is this a civil lawsuit? Hopefully, yeah, it is civil. Punitive and compensatory damages are what they're looking for. Hopefully, they will make the group get info out through the depositions. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a good point. We always get information through depositions. Hi, Miss Sunshine. Welcome back. Yeah, that was horrible. Okay, so this is what the update is on the case. As things progress, I will continue to bring the news. Hopefully, there's a big win in this for Shanquella Robinson and her mother, because her mother also was victimized by this brutal attack and unaliving of her daughter. I mean, imagine your daughter's out here living life healthy, doing well. I mean, I believe she was a thriving business person. She was very independent, and there was nothing bad that I could remember being said about her. I mean, so for that to have happened to her, it was just insane, actually. I'm sure her mother never thought something like this would happen. And I'm sure it's rocked her world tremendously. So definitely looking to see justice where that goes. Now let's move over here to the next story of the day. Okay, the next headline, child. So yeah, Diddy's sons. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh, but said they were ready to fight Ray J. Hold on, let me get some water real quick, please. And of all people, Chris Brown swooped in to stop it, they say. So this is from TMZ. They're saying that Diddy's sons were about ready to get into an all-out fist fight with Ray J at a recent Halloween party, but put their plans on pause thanks to an unexpected hero. Sources tell the rap mogul's three sons, Christian, Quincy, and Justin, got into a heated face-off with Ray J outside the influencer Tara Electra's unruly agency Halloween bash in Los Angeles over the weekend. And here's a couple of pictures. Ray J, it looks like he's dressed as himself. But we're told that when the party wrapped in the early hours, Ray J made his way to the parking lot along with his crew, Amber Rose and manager David Weintraub, but was confronted by Diddy's three sons. So Amber Rose is hanging out with Ray J now. She was hanging out with Tiana Taylor's ex-husband not long ago too. And he had to say, yeah, we just friends. But she be getting around, child. She got two kids, right? Two young kids too. You can't have fun when you're a mama. Mama gotta have fun too. But I'm just saying, she be out and about. All right. Sources say the siblings surrounded the singer as they were upset about some of the public comments Ray J has made about the Bad Boys founder amid his legal woes. We're told things got heated between the men, with the group getting in each other's faces and chest bumping one another. Sources claim both Justin and Christian made it clear they wanted to fight, child. So Justin and Christian made it clear they wanted to fight, and it like um, sounds to me like Quincy was probably just there being a mediator, or probably trying to keep his brothers from getting in too much trouble. Because I was surprised that Quincy was name was involved in this. Um, Hi, June Griffith. Good. Oh, it's evening where you are. I'm very curious as to where you are, Miss June Griffith, because it's 3:15 here in LA, West Side. But yeah, happy day to you. She's a very strong mother. Oh, back to Shanquella. She's a very strong mother to have to go through. Yeah, I agree. Justice for sure. Ray J being Ray J. You ain't lying. That's exactly what's going on. Ray J being Ray J. And I think the reason they're upset, because I think Queen Keish came in earlier and said that Ray J was actually protecting Diddy. And it might have seemed like that, but I don't know if you guys remember when he came out and said they out here snatching booties. Okay. And I think he was talking about Diddy. He was talking about Diddy. Out here snatching booties is what he said. Ray J's a different character, but all the media, he got to get his finger in it. That's true, because he is a businessman, and we know he's an entrepreneur, and he got to earn his money. He got to earn his coins, especially now that we know that his sister Brandy done cut him off. She don't want to have nothing to do with him. So, his parents seem to always have just put up with his shenanigans. Yeah, it is wild. Hopefully that never happens to you or anybody. Okay. But yeah, that's what happened with them. I don't know what y'all think about this. Chris Brown is the one who he happened to be sitting in his car, they said, and he happened to just intervene and make sure nothing went down. There is no video of this. There are no pictures of this situation happening, but we're just going by somebody's word of mouth. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the next topic of the day. And that is about these boys' daddy, Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs. So we found out here that he used a scale to ensure, to ensure that female freak off guests didn't weigh over 140 pounds. And this is coming from the party planner. Okay, and where's this party planner been all this time? We need some more information, party planner. But she's giving us a little something. It says Sean Diddy Combs allegedly used a scale to ensure that female guests at his notorious freak-off parties did not weigh more than 140 pounds. So I guess the men could obviously be overweight or be big, big backed it. But let me see if I could, I don't have a picture of this one. But I think that's crazy. You want to make sure they don't weigh more than 100 pounds. Why? So your baby oil could soak into them real good and knock them out real good. Maybe 140 pounds was the weight limit for the GHB to be able to kick in real nice. Like, where's 140 pounds coming from anyway? So it says that the party planner said we would do a weigh-in if necessary. So if they weren't sure, they would have you step on a scale, child. Oh, Lord, no. It says that a former party planner who worked with the Act Bad rapper told the Post on Tuesday. The girls, she said, had to be young and hot. So I always had a scale nearby just in case I needed to make sure. The number was 140 pounds, but if a girl was really tall, there would be a little discretion involved. Ain't that about nothing? Maybe that was the weight limit for being able to get lifted up in the air. Who knows what this weight situation was about, other than just plain, just disgusting vanity on his part. But just male, what do we call that? Male toxicity? Is that chauvinism? Is it chauvinistic? I think it's just gross. So, yeah, that's the story. It's not much of a story, but it is kind of an interesting tidbit to the whole freak off scenario. We get bits and pieces of this thing. And this is like, I guess it's mildly gross, but it's still gross to me. that they would do that. And for people to actually go through with that, I'll get on the scale. I mean, I guess when you're young and you're trying to get on or whatever the case, you're gonna put up with just about anything, and we're finding that out, aren't we? So we're gonna move on, y'all, because I'm moving on to Tory Lanez. Okay, Tory effing Lanez. So I'm gonna start over here with this story because this is kind of what kicked off a lot of things for me. I'm probably in these comments. So this was on Twitter from the Daily Loud a couple days back, and they said breaking: an LA court has found Tory Lanez to be innocent and are waiting to reinvestigate this case to see if he was unfairly prosecuted. And that's a whole lie. He was not found innocent. First of all, nobody's found innocent in court. It's either guilty or not guilty. So there you're wrong. First of all, Daily Loud. I want to know who's behind this propaganda, but it does state here that the report is false. Yeah, here's my comment a couple days ago. I said this post is hella misleading. It's a simple filing which the court has accepted and will move forward with hearing. The prosecutors have till November 20th to respond. Come on, get it together, okay? And other people have commented, I'm praying for all my Black people that follow this page. DJ academics, no jumper, etc. Just constant misinformation. And it says, and lies on a daily basis, and it keeps people uneducated. And this isn't what the court is saying at all. But then we have the people who just want a free Tory, okay? Free Tory is all these people want. They don't care about the facts. Somebody said Jay-Z spent millions of dollars to get him locked up, allegedly, but the truth will eventually come out. And Jay-Z did not do that. I'm sorry. That man, the evidence against him was tremendous. Mind you, I was in the court every single day of that trial, front and center. I heard and saw all the evidence, talked to a lot of people, all these reporters, we all commiserated. And there wasn't no conspiracy behind that. Let's remind ourselves why that is the case. Let me see where I have that at, because remind ourselves. Here it is. Let me pause this little beat. Remember when Tory? So I don't know if you guys remember this during the trial. Like I said, I was there, so I remember this. But remember the phone call? Let's listen to that. All right, hold on. Let me. Hopefully the volume is on. Make sure the volume is up.
Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello.
Hey.
Y'all got out safe and everything.
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything. Y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
I said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know.
So this is him talking to Kelsey once he was jailed that night. He called her. I think she was in the car at the hospital. He's asking what hospital. I wouldn't have told his ass what hospital, because who knows what he was trying to plan. But I think Kelsey was sitting in the car because at that point they figured out we don't want her involved in none of our Rock Nation business, because her team at that point was with her in the hospital. So I think Kelsey at this point was realizing she was getting iced out too.
Let me see. Cedar, something like that. Cedar.
Bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Ass nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right.
Yes, this is old Queen Keish. I'm trying to reestablish the fact that Tory confessed. Okay, this phone call is a confession. I was drunk. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. Like, you cannot deny, and the prosecution used this as well to say that he admitted guilt. Okay. So he's talking to Kelsey after the fact, calling her, talking about, oh, I know Meg will never talk to me again after this, but I just want y'all to know, whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, this is not an innocent person. An innocent person would call and say, uh, what the hell happened? Why, this would not be the dialogue of an innocent person.
And that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know there's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But in this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
What happened. I can't take it back. I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. Okay, these are for other people who want to hang on to the fact that this was some conspiracy against Tory. He was independent, making his bank. He didn't want to sign with Roc Nation, so they went and got their get back. No, 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 and no. Roc Nation is not hurting because of Tory not signing with them, and that is not a reason to set up somebody for shooting somebody in the feet, and not feet. She had damages in both of her feet, evidenced in court. The doctor, the surgeon, everybody came and spoke. There was plenty of evidence against this guy. I don't need to play this whole call, but I just wanted to establish this call happened, and he put his, he did this. Okay. So I want to move on to what's really going on though. He filed a habeas corpus, which basically he filed for an appeal, and the court accepted the filing. So basically, that's just saying that the court is going to hear the argument, and the government has until, I think I said 11/20, November 20th, to respond, and they're gonna respond. Okay, and so I'm gonna read y'all what reporter Megan Cuniff had to say. She kind of summed everything up. She said, I got a hold of Tory Lanez's petition and its actual innocence claim. It says he can't do a DNA test on the gun he shot Megan Thee Stallion with, and it complains his lawyers can't get the gun and bullet fragments, even though they've known that for 2+ years. But Megan's attorney said the gun is available, so I don't know why they're saying they can't access the gun. She also said incredible, but also not that almost 2 years ago. I'm sorry, 2 years after a unanimous jury of 12 Los Angeles County residents convicted Lanez of shooting Megan, people who had the totally wrong takes on this trial are now spreading misinformation about. And that is why her lawyers, where is that story at? Her lawyer, Alex Spiro, said he plans to take action against bloggers who continue to spread false information. And he's not playing, because he did this during the trial. I don't know if you guys remember when they put, what's her name? What's the YouTuber? Oh, why can't I think of this lady's name? I met her there. She was nice and all, but she was with the family and putting out all kinds of misleading information and misinformation about the trial. And then they put her in a, I don't know if they sued her or if they put a gag on her. They did something legally to stop her from doing this. I cannot think of that YouTuber's name. A complete blank. But yeah, the lawyer, it says, Megan Thee Stallion's attorney asserts that the firearm used by Tory Lanez in 2020 shooting incident is currently in the possession of the Los Angeles Police Department and is accessible for DNA analysis. This statement comes in contrast to claims made by Lanez's legal team in a recent appellant filing. Alex Spiro stated that he has verified the gun is accounted for following his review of the appellate petition submitted by Lanez's attorneys, which argues that the prosecutor's, quote, failure to produce and preserve evidence warrants vacating of his 10-year prison sentence. But then here we are finding that the gun is available. So why would you file? He has the worst attorneys, I have to say. In an interview on Monday, Spiro asserted that both the gun and its ammunition magazine are there and available, categorically stating that any contrary claims are false. And they should be penalized for that if that's the case, for filing a false filing. Like, that's a lie. Somebody said, oh, this is Cousin Tino. He was at court. What's up, Cousin Tino? Man, I was at the trial. In closing, the judge said certain evidence was discarded, so they can't run tests for fingerprints. No, Tino. Somebody said, just trying to silence everyone. Yes. Rock Nation working overtime. These are all Tory fans. Somebody said, Tory, just do your time. Leave black man this and that out of it. Take accountability. And yeah, that's what we're going to leave this one. But I want to go back to Megan Cuniff and the things that she shared. She shared the actual claim here. She said the timing of the filing is odd. Lanez's appeal is fully briefed, and he's known about the issue he now complains about for the entire time. Why raise them in an unusual second habeas petition filed after the main appeal is all briefed? Megan has a new album, but the filing also may have to do with Lanez's lawyers trying to salvage their argument about his driver's statement that he didn't see who shot Megan, but saw Lanez trying to take the gun from Kelsey, being new evidence that warrants new trial. But State said the driver's statement isn't new evidence because Lanez's lawyer knew about it during the trial, but he chose not to have him testify. Yep, that is sure is the case. He showed up, this driver showed up at the last second of the trial, and it was all the hubbub in the courtroom. Oh my God, the driver is here. What is he going to say? Are they going to put him on the stand? They ended up not. And it was his attorneys that actually decided not to. Wonder why. You think if his driver had information to actually get him free of this, they would not have put him on the stand? I doubt that very seriously. Says discussion wasn't public, and Lanez's appellate lawyer apparently didn't know of it when she filed her petition alleging the driver's declaration. See, bad lawyering. This is just bad lawyering. I'm not going to read that petition, but Megan said also California law offers Lanez a way around the state's argument that driver's statement isn't new, as it allows for evidence available during trial, but not to be considered if defendant argues actual innocence, and evidence more likely than not would have led to acquittal. Lanez's lawyers may have wanted to file an actual innocence claim to try to circumvent his previous lawyer's knowledge of driver's statement, but they realized they don't have enough evidence. So they filed this new petition about the gun and bullet fragments they've known about the entire time. Even though the gun is available. So I don't know what the issue is. She said, okay, they've been demanding her to cover this. So yeah, she also decided that it's probably, yeah, she said, turns out the gun isn't missing. There's another post, I don't see it here, but basically saying, so I guess Megan announced a documentary coming out about her life, and I think it's coming out on the October 31st in a couple days. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Here. Okay. So she says that this pretty much explains why Tory is pushing a bunch of nonsense about his appeal this week. It's because Megan Thee Stallion posted this yesterday. My new documentary with Prime Video will be out October 31st for everyone to watch. Till this day, people try to write my story, rewrite history, spread misinformation, and convince others of what kind of person I am. Everything you want to know is right here in this doc. So she is going to air out, I guess, her side of things because she did testify during the trial. But as we know in court, you're limited to how you can express yourself. You're under the lawyer's thumbs as well as the judge's eyes. There's only so much you can say and only a certain way you can really express that. Express, your sentiments. So this documentary is going to give her the opportunity to tell whatever it is she wants to tell us in her own way. And I'm going to tell you that I will be tuning in and I will bring you back my thoughts on that. So lastly about Tory, because he's doing the most, he has filed a complaint against his former attorney and claimed that she had ties to Roc Nation while representing him. He's talking about Sean Hawley, famous attorney Sean Hawley, and he's citing the fact, I'll read what they say, but Tory Lanez is seeking a refund from a former attorney, Sean Hawley, alleging she had ties to Roc Nation, Megan Thee Stallion's management while handling the case. Now, Sean Hawley dropped out of the case. I mean, I don't know if it was officially that she wasn't a part of it, but she had other lawyers take over the case. She said that it was a conflict of her schedule because she had taken on another case. And I totally feel like she just didn't want to take on this case because she found things out and she knew she could not represent Tory in good faith. So she chose not to continue, but I think her name was still on it. And so therefore she technically was still on the case. It says that according to TMZ, Tory used the Hulu show Reasonable Doubt. That's an amazing show. Reasonable Doubt, shout out. I love that show. Second season just ended on that. If you guys haven't seen Reasonable Doubt, you got to check that out. So Reasonable Doubt reportedly draws on Holly's life as a celebrity attorney. Holly serves as a producer, and the show featured a song by Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, as well as a track from Holly's daughter, a former backup singer for Beyonce. Didn't know that. Tory alleges that Holly failed to defend him properly, advising his DNA expert against extensive tests on the gun he insists he never touched. Listen, when they found that gun, I can see the evidence, the pictures from the police cam still in my memory. Tory was sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle. The police pulled them over, and the gun was found in the front right passenger seat on the floor. Papers. There were some scattered papers, looking obviously like he was trying to cover it up. And if the prints on the gun were inconclusive, which I believe that was the case, that means that gun was wiped. So he was in that front seat wiping that gun because they got followed for quite a minute by the police before they actually pulled over. And at that point, I'm sure he was panicking. Why was the gun in the front seat where he was sitting on the floor if he didn't touch the gun? Come on now. So Tory, Tory has asked the California State Bar to discipline Holly and return the $200,000 to $300,000 that he paid her. Holly, however, states that Tory's complaints were dismissed by the state bar over a year ago and calls his accusations meritless. She like, you're not getting this money back. Somebody said if refusing to take accountability was a person, yes. Somebody said, y'all blame everyone but him, and y'all don't look at facts. Why are y'all mad at Megan? The court says that the state of California versus Tory Lanez, which that is also the case. If Megan didn't even charge, she didn't go to them with this. They called her in after the fact, deciding whether or not they were going to pick this case up, and they did. Maybe not. It could have been based on what she said or not. She did meet with them, but this was not her case. This was the U.S. against Tory Lanez. So it says the state pressed charges against him. Megan was just the witness, and she told that man to leave her alone. That is true too. She kept telling him to leave her alone. He kept taunting her on social media, and at some point then she had to come out on her Instagram live and say, he shot me. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm going to just put it out there. And I think at that point, that's when the state said, okay, yeah, we got something. So otherwise, she was going to snitch, and he continued to taunt her. Secondly, Tory was not a U.S. citizen, is not a U.S. citizen, and has multiple cases of assault. He definitely does. He wasn't even supposed to have the gun. That is so true. What do y'all honestly think was going to happen to someone with no citizenship to America and constantly committing crimes? Like, be for real. He did this to himself. He should have controlled his liquor and anger. Better cause this better, because this is not the first time Tory has ever been violent. And that's an excellent comment. And she hit every nail on the head. So yeah, no sympathy over here for Tory, as you can tell. Anybody who knows me know I ain't defending Tory. So let me come over to these comments. I see some new folks in here. Welcome, Bianca. Hey, Queen said it's gonna be denied. He didn't seem to care about cheating. A class, welcome. Free Tory. I've been screaming for this for years. I don't believe Mag Rock Nation or the court. Of course. Well, there's going to be some of y'all, but welcome. So who shot Megan then? Exactly. They're saying Kelsey. They're trying to pin it on Kelsey. Kelsey didn't shoot that lady. Divine is saying that's not true. I'm not sure what you're referring to at all. So you can be a little more specific, but hello to you. Shamina Wright, I love that show, right? Reasonable Doubt. It's a bomb show. I think they're going to go ahead with a third season as well. Divine said Beyonce is the key word. What about Beyonce? She don't have. What did Beyonce have to do with this case? Besides the fact that Rock Nation is her husband's company. Yes, please hit the like button, y'all. Appreciate it. Divine said he was set up because he did not want to collaborate with the well-known undercover when it comes to Rock Nation. That is not true. So because he didn't want to sign with Rock Nation, they put a gun in Kelsey's hand. Is that what you're saying? Or how did they do this? I blame Kylie Jenner, to be honest with you, because if you listen to that jail call all the way through, he says, they gave me 5 shots at the door when I showed up, and they were at Kylie Jenner's house prior to this whole thing happening. Now, Tory's behavior at Kylie Jenner's house started arguments between him and Megan. Yeah, maybe Megan was jealous about the fact that he told them to go on because he was going to stay with Kylie and hang out with Kylie at the pool. Megan found her way back because she said she left her slides over there, and I believe it was Tory's driver that was driving them. But they drove back, got into an argument, made him leave. She basically made him leave with them. And they ensued, then the arguing ensued in the car. And that's when he decided to tell her that to tell Kelsey that, yeah, me and Meg was effing and she ain't your friend. And it turned into a whole melee. But at the end of the day, the gun situation is all Tory all day. Tory is known for guns, okay? He's one of those people who this people like that. I know people like this. They don't go nowhere without their gun, and you're not gonna say nothing to him otherwise. He got too drunk. He said that on the jail call. I got too drunk. I didn't mean it. So tell me why he said what he said in the jail call. Why did he say what he said in the jail call if he's so innocent? He basically admitted fault, and they used that in court against him, and it worked because it's true. Her shady blah blah ain't returning ish. Oh, she's not gonna return that money. That's the point. They reached out to her. I'm not sure who her is and what point, but you guys can Lil D energy. She is a silent partner, so to speak. Oh, Beyonce, you still on the Beyonce situation? Listen, Beyonce's supposed to be a whole witch. So if they really wanted to do something to Tory, why didn't they just do voodoo on his ass like they do everybody else? I'm just saying, like, it just don't. This it's not the math ain't mathing, honey, for me with regard to Tory's quote unquote innocence, because ain't no innocence. But we're gonna move over to Sylvia, infamous Sylvia, and Dennis Byron, child. So they got in trouble. They are covering the YSL trial. Sylvia has been in trouble before many a times. She used to get in trouble during the R. Kelly trials as well by doing things she just definitely was not supposed to be doing, and just doing the most. Like, girl, you're not even getting paid for this. So what is your problem? But I'm gonna play this. Hopefully you can hear it. This is the best audio I could find of this on TikTok. This is the judge reprimanding her and Dennis Byron. Wait, let me make sure the volume is up.
Court come to order.
Good afternoon. Everybody can be seated. All right. First things first. Miss Sylvia and Mr. Byron, if you all could both please come up to the podium. Yes, please. Thank you.
So there's Dennis. I know he mad because he claims he is such a professional. He talks so bad about Sylvia and her courtroom antics, but look at him right in front of the judge, child.
All right.
There's Sylvia turning up her collar, honey. And Dennis. And I know Dennis and Sylvia are like enemies. Okay. So the fact that they're together in front of the judge getting in trouble is hilarious. You cannot make this shit up. I'm sorry. You just cannot.
For both of you, I am sorry to have to say this, but I am going to be entering in order modifying each of your Rule 22s. It has come to my attention and I have confirmed that each of you has been recording in the courtroom while I have not been on the bench, and that is a clear violation of Rule 22. And so you may record today's proceedings, but after today, if you want to record, you're going to have to do it from the media room. You may be in here in the courtroom as a spectator without any recording equipment, or you may be in the media room to record, but no more with your equipment in the courtroom because y'all have both recorded things that you're not supposed to be recording based on Rule 22. So I'll enter those orders today. Thank you. All right. It is my understanding that we have a plea to be tendered.
How embarrassing. So they had their, I guess they were able to record under Rule 22, but they were then got that Rule 22 snatched away from them. And they have to do it in the media room now if you want to record anything because you broke the rules. You broke the rules. And that's what happens when you break the rules. The background on these two is insane. They're so buddy during the R. Kelly trial. They were so friendly. There's videos of them having lunch together. Apparently they went out as well together. Then it turned into something happened. I don't know what happened, but then it turned into I bought her a dress. She didn't have no money. I had to pay for this. I mean, he's there. I mean, honestly, it was real nasty. Some of the things he said about her, but she's a nasty person. I have to say, I've seen this woman in action. She has this whole, grandma. Well, I don't think she's a grandmother yet, but she has a grandma look. And she claims to be, a Christian woman who is a Bible toting person, but not this one. Infamous Sylvia. She named herself properly, but I just wanted to make sure to bring that because that is serious humor for me today. So let me come over here. What y'all got going on? Beyonce being a witch is wrong. Well, I believe she is, honestly. There's too many stories and there's even lawsuits against her for her witchcraft stuff. And the whole industry itself, look at Diddy and all that. He's into voodoo, or Kelly was into voodoo. They have these high priestess people who do dark magic, and they're at their events. There's a couple in particular who have been highlighted. They have foreign names, so I can't. Yeah, I think they dated Shamina. I think they dated, even though she was supposed to be a married woman. Some reports say her husband was deported to Africa. Some reports say he left her. But the bottom line is, honey, they was hanging. Okay. They took a L today. Alleged unalive got 7 years. Throw Fannie DA office away. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if a mistrial is going to happen in this case. I haven't been following it so much. It's just too much of it, and I don't have time. I got too much going on. But I do, I look at the headlines, and sometimes, I'll click on the clickbaits. But I do want to go back to the Tory Megan thing, because I saw a comment I want to address. Oh, here, A class. I believe he was apologizing. So you believe, let me put Tory up here, child. So you believe Tory was apologizing to Kelsey, because he did say he was sorry to both of them, but for banging Meg and finding that out the way she did. Okay, no, I disagree with that, because first of all, he and Kelsey were not even serious. They were a fling. They were effing. That was pretty much it. And so what? I mean, it was not that big of a deal to for somebody to be shooting somebody. You think Kelsey shot at her because she was mad about Tory's little thing? Are you kidding me? I doubt that very seriously. You guys I understand when you have bias, because you have a certain affinity for an artist. I get that. You're a fan. I understand. Listen, believe what you believe. Everybody has their right to their opinion, but you got to look at the real facts. Okay. You got to look at the real facts, not the lies, the misinformation that's coming from the other side and other people who feel the way you do. I understand that you don't like the outcome of the verdict. So you decide that I'm going to stand on business and I'm going to stick to the stories that I like about him. That's fine. But that doesn't make it true, and that doesn't make it real. But guess what does? The fact that he got 10 years, he's behind bars, and it's very doubtful that his appeal will, I would say it's not. I can just probably say his appeal is not going to work. He's not getting out. So he's going to do his time, and he probably will get deported as well, because I believe that was a part of the sentencing. I'm not positive. I'll have to go back and look at that. But yeah, he is a serial he's a serial assaulter. Like, he has a lot of other cases ahead of this one where he should have been locked up. Honestly, he has harassed, threatened people, chased people down in clubs, beat them up, put them on camera, made them apologize to him for assaulting this person. There's a lot of things that have happened over the years. Tory, he seemed like a cool dude. He had his moment during COVID with quarantine radio. I think he's very talented. He seems to be very charming. I was able to, I was around him during the trial in the lobby of the courtroom and things. His dad would come and talk to us. Cool people. Not to say, but it's just that when you have to isolate the act from who he is, who you think he is, and his music. You got to isolate that act, and you have to say, you know what? He needs to be accountable for that, because that was very dangerous what happened. She could have died. Any of them actually could have gotten hurt and killed. Hell, the witness from the balcony or whatever with his 10-year-old son up there, they could have got hurt. Like, this could have went way worse than what happened. So I understand people don't like Megan for whatever reason. You don't like her music or whatever the case. Some of you like women. I'm just being honest. Some of y'all will pick a man's side over a woman regardless. That just is the case. That's going into the whole Kamala versus Trump. I'm not going to go there right now, but we're going to do a live on that, I think, on Saturday. I have somebody coming on with me, but let me see. Queen said, I just believe many black people think it's too many black men in jail and it's all about taking a black man down. Yep, you have a point. And it is unfortunate, the system is effed, right? We do have a lot of innocent people in jail. We do, as black people, and especially our black men, get targeted. We do, all of those things. But you can't blanket that over every single situation that happens with a black man, or a black person. You just can't. Okay. I don't have nothing for Tory. I'm definitely not a fan. I look at facts. Well, if you're looking at facts, hon, then you should be over here where I'm at, because I'm not connecting your dots. I was at the trial every single day. I have extensive notes. I saw all the evidence, heard all the facts. I was there to get the truth and the truth of the matter, because I did the reportings on my channel every single day after trial. I broke down the whole hearing. You can go back into my archives if you want to go back to trial with Tory, because it's over. It's done. If you do the crime, you do the time. Thank you, Queen. Kelsey would be in jail if she didn't come on. Another big mistake Tory's team made during that trial was that during their questioning of Kelsey, they opened a door to allow a piece of evidence in that they did not want in, which was her meeting the audio with the prosecutors. She met with them. She brought her husband or boyfriend at the time, and she told them exactly what happened. Tory shot Megan. She admitted it, and she told this. I believe, I'm not sure if she was under oath, but she was under oath in the courtrooms. Now, in the courtroom, she was a little dodgy. You could tell she was getting pressured. She tried to plead the fifth and all of that, but she had already made some type of agreement or whatever. So Divine said, you don't deserve 10 years for accidentally. So it was accidentally now shooting Megan in her foot. She got shot in both feet. Let's make that clear. Because not only was he provoked, he told him to leave at Kylie Jenner's house. 10 years for accidentally shooting Megan. Well, it wasn't an accident. It was deliberate. He pointed the gun at the ground at her feet and was shooting. Dance, bitch, dance. Okay. So let's not try to rewrite history and change the narrative in his favor. Tory was teaching people how to beat the music industry and how to come up independently, and they didn't like that. Okay, well, there's a lot of people out there doing that, and I doubt that whatever he was saying and doing was going to cause something like this. There's no way they could have manipulated this situation. They were at Kylie Jenner's, hanging out, drinking, and doing whatever else, and things, got out of hand. It was a bad night. That's really just what happened. There's no way they could have. How did they instigate this and make this happen? The way it rolled out, it was an organic fight. It was just a messy night. That's really it. Why don't Tory say it was Kelsey who shot? If I didn't do any, in no way in heck, I'm sitting in prison. Exactly. Well, that whole I ain't no snitch, I ain't snitching, that whole thing could be why, but it's also because it didn't happen. He can't say that because it was not true. I said, I don't listen to Tory, but I don't think he shot her. Well, that's your opinion. That is your opinion, sir. We don't like skinny Megan. Yeah, go look at my every day of court. I think it says day 1 of trial, day 2 of trial. You can go back and revisit the trial, because I'm like, court's in session. The judge said this. The defense, I broke down the day in court pretty detailed, and pretty much a lot of detail. So this is new to me. Okay. Plenty of people in jail falsely accused. I just said that, and I agree. Yes, please hit the like button. Meg watching too much TV. How is she watching too much TV? I don't even think she watches TV. If she does, she don't have time. This is why victims don't come forward. Exactly. Thank you, Flawless. This is such the best point. This is the best point. This is why victims don't come forward, because y'all refuse to listen to facts. You just don't like the person. Just admit it. You don't like Megan, and you like Tory too much. You like him too much, and you don't like her enough. So boom, you just decide he's innocent. But we are going on here today, though. but we are going on here today. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not understanding. I love it here, so informative. Thank you, Ice Kid. Okay. They were drinking and they were arguing over another female. Things. They weren't just arguing over another female. You have to understand. Megan was in that car telling that Negro, "You ain't like me. We ain't the same. Okay? Your music is this, and my music is that, and my deal is this, and you don't have one." Like she was belittling him. She had her balls in her hands, and she was twisting them around, making him feel like less. He didn't like that she was talking down to him. I'm not saying I agree with how she was arguing with dude, but he didn't like it. She hurt his ego, and you can tell he's a little man. You know, the little men don't like, especially a woman as big as she's a big statuesque woman, talking down to him, making him feel like he's less than her. Oh no, we can't have that. That's what set him off. Because why was what would make him mad? What you mad about? Because you had to leave Kylie's house. You thought you was gonna get some Kylie's cooch, so you mad because they took you out of that scenario. Well, oh well. Oh well. So anyway, y'all, that's all I got for today. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we can argue all day. I'm happy to do it. I am so happy to do it. So subscribe and come on back, child.
Toodles, toodaloo, move around, go on somewhere, do you, get on, scat, buy, dip, flee.